Yes, hello, welcome. Rain has cleared, the skies are much clearer. And the rain has been 18 overs, that's a reduction of 2 overs from each of the innings. So the Nigerian...
Yes, Nigeria was on a song before the rain interrupted. And I hope both the batsmen have kept themselves warm and faced some balls when came in. They have fewer overs now to face. And so their strategy must have changed as well. They're probably going to go for the leather from the word go. It's going to be an interesting short period of the match now.
No surprises here. Shemobado will start off proceedings from the Lake Victoria end.
Straight on the money, that first ball. Beautiful. Angling in and then just leaving the batsman just a wee bit. Beautiful ball. Oh, he's lofted that and should be in those first few steps rather than coming back for it. Completely misread that catch, and as a result, that ball going for a boundary.
Yes, the more interesting part, I think, for the Nigerian outfit is that with that short boundary, and it allows Adedeji pick up his back-to-back 50. He scored. He's on 52 runs of just 43 balls, and he's continued to keep the scoring rate going. Certainly not acceptable effort down to long off by Peter Kowich. With that, it allowed Adedeji pick up a much-needed boundary. They'll look to build on that momentum heading into the final deliveries of their inning.
A superb 50 there, invaluable as far as Nigeria is concerned, and he's a find of the tournament from me from Nigeria.
Right from the Lake Victoria end, dot ball up against Chimeze. Back-to-back dot balls, but interesting to see is that Chimeze looking to shuffle around the crease, making full use of the crease. He'll be hoping he can get some element of deception to make a Shemobado ball worse areas, but Shemobado is smart enough and finishes that over off with yet another dot ball. With that, dot ball brings the Nigerian count to 107 for the loss of 3 wickets in 15 overs. They'll be looking to make full use of the final 18 balls of this Nigerian inning.
Yes, they were an unlikely target at the moment, but if they can get 30 runs from these 3 overs, that should take them to about 137 to 140. They should be happy with that score.
Well, the bowling change from the golf course end. Elijah, Nigerian team are pretty quiet at this stage of the inning. Ball, plenty of slower balls. He just needs to find the radar to make sure that they are on target. The odd ball.
They're alive to the situation and they pick an easy 2 there.
To long off. They run hard and they manage to complete.
That was taken.
Yes, as an inform Adedeji, he's had a splendid hoping that the inform 40.
Yes, I think that wicket's going to put a dent in that target that they're looking to achieve. The man in form has departed, and a new man's going to find it difficult to score runs at the pace that they were doing. So this is a big blow for Nigeria.
The slower balls continuing to cause problems to this Nigerian outfit, and Chimeze is not able to pick that. And the worst part of that is that he picks up a dot ball. These will be literally like gold dust to this Kenyan team.
Yes, Elijah is a wily customer here. He understands that if he doesn't give them pace, they'll have to try and make it themselves another slow ball. I think he's bowled 4 slow balls in a row, and he's got the batsman all at sea.
Another slower ball there. Elijah is looking to keep the same execution, but he manages to bowl that, to drift that a bit too far down the leg side. That is wide one that Chimizo would have felt would have made better use of to try and smack that over the short fine leg fielder, but it doesn't get any form of connection.
And surprise, surprise, a slow ball. But he manages to find an inside edge there and get a run off that. Probably good for the batsman because he was losing his patience.
And with that, Squeaky single allows Peter Aho to take strike. Peter Aho is one of those as well who's done pretty well for this Nigerian outfitter in this Dafabet T20 series.
A lucky edge there, and the ball's going to run down to the boundary. That boundary that they were looking for in this over has just come.
Yeah, Elijah will feel very, very disappointed that the one ball that he's looked to push, balled it a bit too straight, and Peter Aho manages to glance that down to the vacant fine leg region for 4 runs. And with that boundary brings an end to the 16th over. With the score reading Nelson 111 for 4. Bowling change from the Lake Victoria end after the conclusion of Shemo Bado's spell. That brings in Eugene Ocheng to operate from the Lake Victoria end. He'll be up against a blisteringly hot Chimize that will be on strike. No surprises there. Literally, Eugene reads out of the Elijah kind of blueprint and playbook and continues to bowl slower balls that have troubled Chimeze and this Nigerian outfit. Picks up another dot ball. That simply would mean 11 balls to go to the end of this Nigerian inning. They'll be looking to at least get 20 runs from those 11 balls to feel like they would have done justice to the great start that they've had.
Bad ball, and it deserved that shot for a 6. Just what they wanted, Nigeria. It's a gift wrapped nicely. Christmas has come early.
And Nelson doesn't bite as it normally does, against batsmen. In this particular case, Chimize manages to smack that down the fine leg region for 6 runs. Much needed 6 runs.
An easy single there. I think scampering for the second year, and they take it with ease in the end.
Great tactics from Peter, how he looks to want to sit back in the crease, deep in the crease, looking to look to get anything that is pitched upward in his arc. But importantly, he'll be hoping that he can make full use of his power and to fully utilize the remaining few balls.
Going back in his crease, making some space there to try and get some room to hit that over mid-wicket, but only managing to get 2 a single.
The Kenyan side will feel, the Ugandan side, the Nigerian side will feel very happy that this, so far for me in the tournament, has probably been the only time in the tournament that the Nigerian team has looked on top. They've looked to be in a commanding position, and they are enjoying this.
Scrambling
And
for the second,
Chimezie manages to find some wood
take it
to that, and that runs down to the fine leg region.
I don't know if it had. Oh, it did have
Great
that,
tactics from
but there is
Peter,
no
who looks to want
signal
to
from the
sit back in the
umpire,
crease,
so it means it
deep
did
in the
take the
crease,
inside edge.
looking
And
to
that's a lucky boundary there to end that over for
get
them.
anything that is pitched. And
pitched
with
up
that
off of that
in his
boundary
arc brings up
what's important is
Chimezie's
he'll be
50
hoping that
for
he
50
can
for
make
37
full use of
balls.
his
First runs for him
power and,
in
to
this
put
tournament,
utilize
and
the
what
remaining
a
few balls.
beautiful time for him to get the runs.
Yeah, beautiful innings there by Chimezie. I think he's come good right at the end of the tournament. But going forward, this is going to give him a lot of confidence. And as you mentioned, he's a seasoned campaigner, most experienced player from the team. I think this is going to lift the team, the entire
Going
team
back
for
in his
crease contest as well. Making some space there to try and get some room. Oh, that was a slower ball and had too much width for the batsman to be able to put any power into it. But they scamper through for a single as the ball rolls over to the cover region. Managed to get to 130 runs, and they would love to get 15 or so runs from this over. But they're not getting any pace from the bowler to play with at all. He's a much skilled campaigner, and he's got them in knots. Death by slow pace.
I get in the ring at third man. Bowler, but he's looked very good in this particular series. Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series. He's looked very handy with the bat. He now has just 2 balls to look to get as many as he can. Nigeria will probably be feeling if they can get anywhere towards the 140 range, they will feel they'll have done justice to their start.
Only 2 balls to go. They'll try and heave everything out of the park. That's looking towards the square leg umpire, but nothing coming from it. That's good ball there. Some pace on it.
Well, you must recognize, I think, Kenya have done excellently in these last couple of overs. I think they've come back very, very strongly. They had recognized that Nigerian were getting away from them. And they've managed to bowl ample slower balls to keep the Nigerian batsmen in check. And yet another slower ball. Karim Irfan doesn't manage to pick that cleanly. And the Nigerians scamper through for 2 runs. That will bring an end to the Nigerian inning.
I think the Kenyans have managed to do well to pull the run rate down. And I think both teams are probably going to be happy with that score. Nigeria is going to be pretty pleased to have put up 133 runs from their 18 overs. And Kenya should be happy to have ended the innings as they would have liked, by keeping the run rate down and by getting a couple of wickets. So the final score here, as you can see, their Manhattan, some of the overs in between going for a few runs, but probably not enough of them. What was good was that they kept their wickets after the third wicket and managed to pull together a decent score.
Yeah, for me, I think the Nigerians will be the happier side, of course, going into the break. This is their highest score in the tournament, and it comes at a fantastic time that they managed to get what they would feel is a decent total against a very good Kenyan lineup. For them to manage to get 133 runs, they will feel they have done pretty well. Coming off the back of the Deji, who's continued his fine form, Chimeze finally picking up a 50. The massive partnership, over 50-run partnership in the middle of the inning is one that brought them back into the game, and they'll chance their chances really going into the innings break. They'll feel a couple of early wickets up against Kenya. They might have their noses just in front. Good afternoon yet again. Welcome back to the second innings of this game between Nigeria and Kenya. Just let you know that Nigeria managed to score 133 for the loss of 5 wickets in the allotted 18 overs. There was a bit of a rain delay. There was a top scorer from Adedeji who managed to get 50, back-to-back 50, but he was ably supported by Chimeze, who also managed to score his maiden 50 in this Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series. So the Nigerians will walk on with a bit of confidence. They will recognize that they have done pretty well. They'll be up against a Kenyan team that is led by Shemo Bado, Nelson Odiambo, Zahid Abbas, Wesonga Dominic, Irfan Karim, Rushabh Patel, Gurdeep Singh, Eugene Ocheng, Elijah Soyo, Vraj Patel, Peter Kowech. Those are the Kenyan men that are going to be tasked to come and chase down this 133 target set by this Nigerian outfit. I think we're in for an interesting game. 2 early wickets here, and now we might be in for a cracker. Just to let the viewers out there listening and watching this particular game, live broadcast brought to you from the Entebbe Cricket Oval. Following the rain delay, of course, that simply means that Duckworth and Lewis method gets into play. And to let the viewers know, the Kenyan outfit will be out chasing 139 to win. Come to watch the particular series, and Uganda Airlines to you going on the field between the umpires and the Nigerian captain. Just let you know what is actually transpiring on the ground. Apologies yet again for that delay. We yet to get any confirmation on what exactly is going on. But just let you know, the cricket is being played live here at the Entebbe Cricket Oval. The Entebbe Cricket Oval is one that is just off the shore of Entebbe. It has a bit of a lake view, Lake Victoria view. Those that might have a bit of an idea of Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria is one of the biggest inland lakes in the world. The Entebbe city really is one of those as well that is host to the State House, the Presidential State House, which is literally not too far from this oval. This oval is equally in the middle of the Entebbe Golf Course, so it is a tremendous ambience and environment to play sport around.
Yeah, there seems to be some confusion, probably about the total target, but the Kenyan batsmen haven't walked in yet, and the two umpires are trying to figure out what the delay is. I see more match officials coming, and the coaches also making their way to the officials to understand, perhaps, to understand how they've got to the score that they have. As we all know, Duckworth Lewis is not an easy formula to get used to. It is quite a complicated formula, and to get to a score, they were perhaps unable to get to the target that's been given to them using that formula by themselves. So they're just clarifying those doubts. I hope doesn't take them too long to understand, and it gets us on our way. In the mean, some more clouds have gathered on the ground as well. And although there isn't to understand perhaps any imminent threat of rain coming down the score that they have at the moment, as we all know, there are some dark clouds on the horizon. Is not an easy formula to.
Certainly not a good sight for the game to be put on hold. Probably over calculation of Duckworth and Lewis. Not sure that is a great sign for all those out watching. But again, we also wouldn't have wanted the teams walking out to chase a total that they're not even sure about. I think that recently happened in one of the T20s. I think a game between New Zealand and someone. But yeah, a team walked out uncertain about the total that they were chasing, and they were only informed after I think about an over or two about the actual target that they're going to need to chase down. So I don't think they would want to repeat that. And looking like the umpires are endeavoring to make sure they allow the two teams get to understand what will be required of them. Well, I just the Dafabet 6 games, which would be impressive, of course. That means, but they are at 9. Netron have a 1.71. They will victory in this Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series. Well, communication we're getting is literally what we seem to be. We'll be hoping they have managed to get that box ticked, and we'll like to communicate that to not only the players that are participating today, but also to bring us the actual calculation, so we can also let our viewers out there understand what the Kenyans will be looking to try and chase, as the Nigerians will be looking to defend. Apologies for the delay yet again, and it looks to have been sorted out. The Kenyan opening batters strolling out to the center of the wicket, and we get to see a change in opening combination for the Kenyans. And for now, it is the two elegant left-handers in Gurdeep Singh with Rishabh Patel that will take Kenya off, the ranches for Kenya off. Well, as communicated earlier, Kenya will be looking to chase down 139 to win. Pasco is 138. No surprises. Peter Aho will start proceedings off for Nigeria. He is going to operate from the golf course end. He's up against Gurdeep Singh, who will face the first ball, but with a new batting partner in Rishabh Patel. Pasco is 138. Gurdeep Singh starts off by opening his blade up to run that down to third man, picks up a single, and the Kenyan ranches is underway. No surprises. Peter Aho will start proceedings off for Nigeria. He is going to operate from the golf course end. He's up against Gurdeep
Great
Singh,
opportunity
who
for
faced the
Rishabh
first ball,
Patel,
but
opening the
with a
inning.
new batting partner
know
in
him
Rishabh
to
Patel. But at first drop for Kenya in the 50 over format. He's struggled to get some runs and get much of the timing that we know him for throughout the tournament. Thought he's been batting a bit too late. But now he gets an opportunity to bat right at the top of the inning, and we hope to see the very best from him. Manages to pull that fine. Picks up a single. Both openers are underway. Score is 138. Dot ball right there. Peter who manages to block the ball that openings blade up to back of the length delivery. Run that down, no room for third man picks up a single, and the Kenyan, so he could only manage to block that and keep that to nothing. But interesting change yet again for Nigeria. There is a change in the glove man duties this afternoon. Just is underway with the captain Joshua Aineke. No surprises, looking to take the mid-wicket fielding area. Prosper Hussaini being kept busy in the field as he continues to patrol the third man region. He manages to keep that just one run and avoiding the Kenyans from scampering through for a second run. Peter Aho will start proceedings off for Nigeria. He is going to operate from the golf course end. He's up against Gurdeep Singh, opportunity for Rishabh Patel. Peter balls are a bit too straight, and he finds a very, very elegant looking Rishabh Patel, who manages to work that down to the vacant deep square leg boundary.
The Kenyans have started off well. They've already got a boundary in the very first over. He
continues to patrol the third man region.
Nigeria
manages
really
to
have
keep
to
that just one run.
tighten the screws here, dry up the runs if they're going to have to defend this total. After the first over, Kenya 7 for no loss.
With the reduction in overs, the Kenyans from scampering the viewers know, it would simply mean that the traditional power play for Nigeria is going to operate from ceases to exist, and we will only be having 5 overs of the batting power play for Kenya. Opening the bowling for Nigeria from the Lake Victoria end is Hussaini Prosper. He's had a tremendous opportunity for Rishabh Patel. He's kept runs quiet, picked up the odd wicket here and there. So he certainly has been the find for this Nigerian team bowling unit. Peter balls are a bit too straight, and short and wide from Prosper Hussaini, and that gets the deserved treatment. It's cut by Gurdeep Singh behind the square region for 4 runs. Peter balls are a bit too straight. Much better response from Prosper. Balls a bit, it's a much better delivery from him. He'll probably be looking to bowl much straighter like that to keep the Kenyans quiet. Full delivery yet again from Prosper Hussaini. Gurdeep Singh manages to try and calm down the wicket, but he beat the outside edge of Gurdeep Singh. But Gurdeep Singh manages to run that down to the third man region to pick up yet another single, taking the Kenyan to beat the outside edge of Gurdeep Singh. That's pulled right in front of each to keep that in to prevent the boundary. But for Kenya, many runs as possible and ensure that they.
He's hit that well and just going to dribble down. Fielder was actually inside the circle. That's the end of the over. And Kenya sitting nicely at 20 for no loss after the end of second over.
Well, Peter Hall continues to operate from the golf course end. He will be up against Gurdeep Singh. Manages to glance that off his hip to a waiting square leg fielder, which fielder manages to keep that just to 1 run. Rishabh Patel manages to glance that off his thigh, off his hip, but unfortunately is yet to find the gap there at square leg. Chimeze goes down to the deep square leg boundary, and that brings in the fine leg fielder to the 30 yard. That's 2 straight from Peter Aho, and he does play the leg would have liked to be, and he picks up yet another boundary.
Yes, poor that from the bowler. Pace was available to him. All he had to do was get the placement right.
He does play.
Lucky for the bowler that he only gives away a single.
The concern for Nigeria is they'll feel that they are scoring shots and bowl the ball too straight, allowing the Kenyan batters to fully look to maximize.
To his line and straight away gets rewarded with a dot against that ball. Should come out there with
the lineup is one that is full. Something showcase they are right there in the. Make sure it doesn't fly too far away from them to damage as possible.
I think
3 overs. There is a bowling change from the Lake Victoria end, and Rashid gets a go.
And he's welcomed with that lofted shot, which is taken very well by the running fielder there. And
it answers his captain's call. I do not think, not the ideal delivery to pick a wicket, but importantly for Joshua Ainike, he had placed a deep extra cover fielder, which fielder Chimiz, of course, following the 50 that he got, he'll feel he has his tail up. He manages to run a couple of yards and complete a running catch at deep, what you call deep point.
Any ball that gets you a wicket is a good ball.
And with the demise of Gurdeep Singh, who's been sent back to the
Hatabitali,
brings in Irfan Karim, who has been one of the main batsmen for this Kenyan outfit, and probably they should be the highest run scorer in this tournament. He walks out at first drop with a lot of work to be done.
Rashid,
but he finds an able partner in Rishabh Patel, and would expect this partnership to try and push his total as deep as for as long as possible.
He had placed a deep
extra cover fielder. Which fielder Chimizi, of course, following the 50 that he got, he'll feel he has his tail.
I think this is a good moment in the game here. Kenya were poised with a good start, but I think losing this wicket is going to just get them to sit back a little bit and be a little bit more cautious. Also, we thought, but this is a beautiful shot picked up over the mid-off fielder for a boundary. So they aren't letting off this momentum that they've got.
Rishabh Patel is cruising. He's at 22 off 9 balls. He certainly is taking a liking to this Nigerian bowling attack as he continues to hit the ball right over the top and pick up boundaries.
And one too many shots there from the batsman, and he's hauled out. And game on as Kenya lose another wicket.
Abolarin Rashid, he's more than answered his captain's call. He's delivered 2 hefty blows. 2 hefty blows up against this Kenyan outfit. And in walks Nelson Mandela at number 4 with in literally just the 4th over. That spells a bit of trouble because it simply means that the Kenyan depth is going to be tested this afternoon.
Yes, sir. The 2 openers from Kenya back in the hut now, and I'd say the cat is amongst the pigeons. This Kenyan lineup is going to be tested today, and if they answer this call, it's going to be good for their team going into the finals. But I think Nigeria's onto something here.
Abolarin Rashid continues to operate from the Lake Victoria end. As he seems to be in sublime form this afternoon, he's leading the glow of the Nigerian green and gold. Follows up that wicket-taking delivery with the dot ball. One that Irfan Karim lets go as he has a look. But the sound of the Nigerian fielders is clear. They sense that now is an opportunity for them to try and get onto the scoring board of the league, the tournament's table standings. They feel they seem to have a chance. And Joshua Ainike senses blood. He is the shark that has smelt blood. And he takes himself out of the vacant, what would have been the mid-wicket area, and goes into the sleep position.
Irfan Karim doing the right thing here, just settling in. They have plenty of time. They don't need to go for broke just yet. He is an experienced campaigner. The bowler needs to get him to play the ball. Should be on the wickets more than allowing him to let it go. But this is a good contest. I'm liking this.
With that dot ball, we get to the end of the over. Fantastic over for Nigeria, conceding just 4 runs and picking up 2 very, very big wickets to give Nigeria a chance. Score is 31-2 after the loss, after 4 overs. Interesting game we have here. There is a bowling change from the golf course end. Peter Aho takes a break, and that allows Muhammad Taiwo to take a center stage to also put in a big shift for this Nigerian outfit. There is a deep mid wicket, deep square leg out, and a third man. This is the final over of the batting power play. Nigeria will be hoping to get out of this without any more damage, but otherwise the Kenyan batters will look to try and probably look to do a lot of a repair job right now. Repair by still hitting up, picking up a couple of singles wherever they can and pick up the odd boundary.
The good thing out of this is that Nigeria has been able to pick up a couple of wickets within the power play, which has put the Kenyans on the back foot. And they probably have got them to score a fewer number of runs than they would otherwise have. A good start there for the bowler.
But yet to get off the mark, he is not giving him any room or width to work. Then we can stitch a partnership together. And with that, that is a leg by that runs through the wicketkeeper down to the boundary for 4 runs. It will be a welcome boundary, you would say, for Kenya. They will look to use.
Yes, there was a huge appeal from all the fielders and the bowler. But I think there was a bad miss from the keeper. Should have collected that. It's been a decent over even with that boundary so far. The Nigerians would be happy with that and would like to finish the over with a dot.
Muhammad Taiwo finishes the over off pretty strongly with a dot ball. That brings an end to the batting power play, and Kenya are 36 for the loss of 2 wickets in 5 overs.
Kenya would also be acutely aware of the fact that with dark clouds on the horizon, they need to keep wickets in hand and yet stay in front, stay ahead of the Duckworth-Lewis score at each stage. So at the moment, all right, just about okay. They're at 36 right now. Which is just a run behind the actual score that they need to be. So I think it's a good contest between the rain, Nigeria, and Kenya.
Abolarin continues to operate from the Lake Victoria end. Balls are a bit too straight, and Nelson Mandela manages to clip that off his pad, picking up yet another single down to square leg. Beautiful shot of elegance by Irfan Karim, manages to and Toto keeps to keep tickling on. They are managing to rotate strike at this particular time of the inning where it is very important.
Just what Kenyans did not want. Another wicket goes down And Kenya in a spot of bother here.
Short delivery, you would say, from Abolarin Rashid. He's really caused a lot of havoc to this lineup. And managing to rotate Nelson Mandela could only manage to pull that time of the awaiting a short fine leg fielder to try and reduce the dot ball ratios, and they
poor shot selection there. Playing spoil sport.
Looking to find the Kenyan batting Troke Patel. These have been match winners for the Kenyan outfit over the years, so they will recognize that. Zahid will recognize that this is an opportunity for him to bother.
Nigerians will recognize.
Abolarin Rashid is obviously overly excited. He feels that he is in the momentum that the ball has come. Beautiful shot by Zahid Abbas to get off the mark, and they managed.
Got a boundary for that shot, but he looked in good shape there, and it was all timing. Singles are not. As this over finishes, Kenya is 40 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Well, a bowling change from the golf course end. Adedeji, who has been the informed player for Nigeria, will be asked to do it with the ball this afternoon, as though
this
feel
over
that
finishes,
they need him
is
to pick up
40 for the
one
loss
or 2
of
wickets, and
3
importantly,
wickets.
he needs to try and ensure that he does not let this Kenyan batting lineup off. He needs to keep runs pretty quiet, as the Nigerians will probably be looking to ensure that they keep putting and piling as much pressure on this Kenyan batting lineup. Great stop there at point by the captain Joshua. Manages to keep that to nothing. Takes a body hit. That hit him on the chest, but that's an indication of body and soul. They feel that they do have a chance here against a big nation in Kenya.
Yes, he put his body on the line there. Shows you the commitment the Nigerians have, and the will to win this match. The captain showing the way, and this Nigerian unit is looking pretty charged up.
With that single, that brings Zahid Abbas on strike. He will be up against the office of Adedeji. Adedeji not happy with the effort of Abolarin Rashid at point. He would have felt that he should have kept that to nothing to try and keep the pressure that Nigeria have built, to keep it on the Kenyan outfit.
I thought that fielding was a bit shoddy there. Should have been tighter than that, and kept it to a dot ball. That was a good shot, some width on offer but only manages to get a single out of that.
Interesting field set, you would say, of course, with off-spinner bowling, for him to have 4 fielders on the onside, unlike the customary 5 fielders that we've come to recognize. Do you think it allows Zahid Abbas an opportunity to lap the ball to fine leg, the vacant fine leg region?
Oh, and he tried doing just that, but I think he misread the length there, and I thought that was a good appeal.
Good work in the outfield. Muhammad Taiwo manages to pick that up pretty cleanly and keep that to just 1 run. Taking the total, the Kenyan total to 44 for the loss of 3 wickets in 7 overs. With Kenya being 44 for 3, they are behind the Duckworth and Lewis Pasco, which should be at 53, but I don't think they should worry too much about that. That is obviously outside their control. It's key for them to look to start a bit of a partnership here and look to run very, very hard. This Nigerian outfield has not looked as solid in the field as they might have imagined.
Yeah, with some thunder not too far from the ground, I think their camp might be a little worried going through that Duckworth-Lewis sheet. And if they lag any from the team. But at the moment, I think they're just steadying the ship, ensuring they don't lose any more wickets, and getting to.
Well, following the bowling change from the Lake Victoria end, Abolza Oseni Prosper.
What a pitch! He's clean bowled him. Wicket.
Oseni Prosper comes back and pays Africa T20 series. Irfan Karim is gone. 7.2 overs back in Kenya. Now would be the
same end.
Without a doubt. Seeing and hoping that Kenya, especially in this particular, the all-rounder role in this Kenyan one that Kenya have seemed to confidently say that they have covered. Well, I think Kenya have, and what you would have called the three-dimensional all-rounder has not really come to the fore in this Kenyan lineup for quite some time. With the closest that they've had been able to produce being Shemo Bad, of course, following the retirement of Thomas Odoyo. Joshua Aninyike. That for me is good captaincy. He recognizes that there is a chance here. There is a chance to actually continue hammering away to this Kenyan line. Without going too far, just again to literally just emphasize more on my point of believing that the Kenyans have struggled to find a competent, what you would say, 3-in-1 dimensional kind of all-rounder they have. It's been a while since they got one, but what they mentioned is that Collins Obuya, who bats in the top 5 for Kenya and bowls more than handy leg spin, is actually in he is in the top 10 T20 all-rounders.
Yes, now would be a good time for these Kenyan batsmen to raise their hands to be counted. Kenya's started to lag behind in their run rate, and they've lost too many wickets early on. One that they need to do.
Adedeji continues to operate from the golf course end. Run out chance gone begging. Well, that clearly was, you would say, would have been a chance. Up to the task to complete.
And he's been replaced rightly. I think it was at the wrong position. He should never have been in that position to begin with. And had there been a better fielder in his...
Adedeji continues to do a very good job for his Nigerian team. Shemabado not lucky enough to make full use of that. He might have felt it was a bit short, but that's the third dot ball in the over. That is something that Shemabado is simply trying to give himself a chance, trying to find the boundary. Run out chance gone begging. As when he would want much later on in the inning. I think that he will look to try, simply just try and watch. Interestingly, that is the first maiden of this particular fixture. Comes at a very, very important time for Nigeria, as that allows Nigeria to continue to put the struggle on 9 overs. One left-hander replaces yet another left-hander. Husseini Prosper takes a break, and that allows Muhammad Taiwo to take center stage and look to inflict a lot more damage on this Kenyan lineup. Beautiful shot by Zahid Abbas. Manages to run that down to third man, picks up a single. As I mentioned earlier, Zahid Abbas is a very, very competent batsman. He's gotten quite a number of runs in the Kenyan league. So he will back himself up and look to try and enjoy this opportunity to showcase what he can do for this Kenyan batting lineup. That's pulled elegantly behind the deep square leg region. Shemabado finally scores his first boundary of this inning. His counterparts will need him to score a lot more than just that, but it is a start for him, and it's a start that he will probably look to build on and allow the Kenyans to get as close as possible to the total.
Yes, they had to get out of this rut. There were far too many dot balls and runs coming through singles. They needed to break out from that, and this is a good boundary for them. A good ball there. Again, beating him for pace.
To take center
Nigeria certainly sense victory here. All their players being vocal and supporting their bowler, as they have Kenya under the pump. He slashed hard at that, but there is a fielder to cover for that shot, and they only managed to get a single.
It's a beautiful shot from Zahid Abbas. Manages to cut that right to the square boundary.